Hey everybody, today we're going to talk about plotting points on a graph. When you're plotting points on a graph, you have a coordinate grid that looks something like this. And your horizontal axis is going to be the x-axis. Your vertical axis is going to be the y-axis. When you plot a point, you always start at the origin, which is going to be right where the two axes intersect, which is right there. And that point is always 0, 0. Alright, when we plot a point, we always start with the x value first, and then we list the y value. So x, y. In order to find the x value, we're going to move left and right first, because the x-axis is horizontal, and then we're going to move up and down because the y-axis is vertical. Something to keep in mind, or an easy way to help you remember this, is that you're going to walk to the elevator, then move up and down. Something else to remember is that when you move up or right, the value is going to be positive. And when you move down or left, the value is going to be negative. Alright, so let's actually look at a couple examples here. In order to find point A, we start at the origin, like I mentioned before, which is right where the two axes intersect. And we're going to move right first because we want to get directly below point A. And we moved right 3 units, which means my x value is going to be 3 for point A. Now from the end of my arrow, I need to move up 1 unit, and that lands me on point A. So my y value is just 1. Okay, if I were to look at point B, I'm going to start at the origin again, and I'm going to remember always move right or left first. So I'm going to move right, and that's going to take me 7 places. And when I moved right, I actually landed on point B, so my y value is actually going to be 0 because I don't have to move up or down at all. In order to find point C, we're going to start at the origin again. And if we start at the origin, we're already directly above point C. So we don't need to move right or left at all this time. So my x value will be 0. But from the origin then I need to move down 4 units. So my y value is actually going to be -4 because I moved down. Looking at point D, I'm going to start at the origin. I'm going to move left first. I'm going to move 3 units to the left, which means it's -3. And that gets me directly above the point. And from there, I'm going to move down 2 units to get to point D. And because I moved down, it's going to be -2. So my point for D is going to be -3, -2. Because I went 3 units to the left, then I went down 2 units to get to point D. Alright, going backwards, if we want to look at point A, in order to plot point A, we're going to have to move in our x direction first, and then in our y direction, which means I'm going to have to go left or right first, then up or down. Well, because it's a +4, I'm going to start at the origin, and I'm going to go right 4 units because it's +4. From the end of that arrow, because it's -3, I'm going to go down 3 units. And at the end of that second arrow is where point A should be. And point A is 4, -3. Now, when you get really good at this, you don't have to draw your lines like I am. You can just count in your head and then plot the point. But for right now, it might be a good idea to draw the lines like I am for the first couple problems anyway. All right, point B, once again, is x comma y. Because it's -5, that means I need to move left 5 units first. And then from there, I'm going to go up 2 because it's a +2. And at the end of that second arrow, I'm going to put my dot, and that is point B, which is -5, 2. And that is how you plot points. All right, for your homework, I would like you to bring me a sheet of paper that just tells me something that you liked about watching this video. And I will see you tomorrow. Have a good day.